VirginiaPreps.com's Matthew Hatfield here with South County head football coach Gerry Pannoni after his team's scrimmage with Western Branch. Coach, you had a chance to come down here last year against these guys, have a good week, and you did so again tonight. Thought you guys looked very, very sharp as you head into your season opener.
Yeah, right now, I mean, much sharper than last week. Last week we didn't look so sharp, so big improvement from week to week, so that's a good thing.
Graduate your star quarterback in DeAndre Clayton, but I thought your two guys tonight looked very, very good. Looking at Michael Salisbury, who's a great athlete, and then also Jake McDaniels. You guys up-tempo, really give teams problems with that, and I thought those guys were very effective running what you want.
Yeah, I mean, we work at it year-round. It's not something that just we start in August and do. So, I mean, we start practicing in January, and then the kids know the deal. 3 days in the weight room, 1 day on the field, and they should be ready by now.
Sure. Dylan Spalding has solidified himself, I think, as one of the top wide receivers in the state.
Sure.
And tonight he really put on a show. May have been the most dominant player on the field at the receiver spot.
Yeah, I mean, he's great, but I will tell you, Nate Avery, you saw that free catch he made. Seth Dunn he would be on any other team, be the best receiver on any other team up in our region. So, I mean, I think we're kind of blessed to have that. Blessed to have two good quarterbacks. I mean, Michael starts. Jack could probably start on 90% of the other teams up there. So, I mean, I think we're very blessed to have what we have, that's for sure.
With what you guys run offensively, what's the biggest key? Is it just tempo, having just up-tempo going fast? What's the thing you stress to your guys?
Tempo is the first part of it.
Okay.
But, I mean, having said that, you got to get lined up. You got to get set. If we can't do that, we can't go tempo. And the other thing we have to do is we have to be prepared, especially our defense has to be prepared for a quick 3 and out. I mean, hopefully we don't get that, but I mean, so we're trying to prepare everybody every day.
You guys look bigger up front than you've been in years. Is that fair to say?
Oh, we're the biggest team we've ever had. Yeah.
Your offensive lineman tonight, I thought, gave you a good push, not just to give your quarterbacks time to throw, but your running back situation, you had a great back the last couple of years, as good as any in the conference. But I thought tonight maybe you feel a little bit better about your running back situation going into the season now?
Oh, no question. I mean, 2 years ago we had the Offensive Player of the Year, Gerald Hewitt. Last year we had first team All-State. So, I mean, we don't have Rambo from last year. We don't have Gerald, but we've got about 4 kids. We might not have a 1,000-yard rusher, but we might have about 4 kids that can go 600-700 apiece. Hopefully, I mean, and that's perfect.
Sure. I know scores don't matter in a scrimmage. The unofficial tally was 44-0, but you guys have been known as having one of the premier offenses in the state year in, year out. Your defense has had some good players, some good moments. Tonight, though, to come in here against Western Branch with their running game, shut them down defensively, you have to feel like that's the thing. If you guys can play at that level consistently defensively, you guys can be as good as anybody? Or?
No, I mean, no question. I mean, I think one of our deals the whole offseason was to improve ourselves defensively. I mean, we lose a three first-team All-State kids off of our defense. But I feel like we are probably more athletic, maybe not as physically strong, but we're strong kids, but maybe not as physically strong as that group. These kids they're going to get after you. So.
A couple more for you, and thank you for your time. Who are a few of the names defensively that stood out for you tonight? I know you had a pick 6 there at the end of the game.
Yeah, Verante Jones. He's a kid like last year. Kyle Foley was first-team All-State safety. I mean, I feel like Verante could be that guy. Definitely could be that guy.
Probably under-recruited to a sense, right?
Definitely. And part of it is he's a football basketball kid, and so where do you spend your time? But football is what he's going to play in college. I mean, he's a real deal. Yeah.
Some other guys that you liked defensively tonight that stood out for you?
I mean, a lot of kids played real well. I mean, some undersized kids like Josh Love at linebacker. I mean, I think he wrestles maybe 150. I mean, he's a stud, though. He's one of our stronger kids. I mean, you got a kid that can power clean 300 pounds and weigh that much. I mean, he's a stud. Christian Massey, another great player. Up front, we just got a mix of kids that can come in and play. So I think, we're going to be pretty good.
So depth-wise, you got a good rotation at all 3 levels.
Yeah.
Last one, you guys right there knocking on the door of a state champion. Seems like year in and year out at South County. What's the thing you tell your guys as you gear up for your season opener in 6A, where we know up north Westfield's a team you guys could run into? I know you play them during the season.
We play them week 2.
Yeah, you play them early on. I'm down to here. You might see somebody if you get through that, like an Oscar Smith. What's your message to your guys as you gear up for game 1?
Well, I mean, it's 1 week at a time. I mean, we played Briar Woods, and historically, they had a bad year, whatever that's what you call it last year, but they're still in the playoffs.
Probably an aberration for them.
Yeah. And we beat them at our place, and they probably didn't expect that. So, I mean, they're going to come in gunning for us. I mean, so right now our goal is we need to focus on that game and that game only, and let's get past that game before we even worry about anything beyond that, because your first game is going to set the tone for your season. So hopefully we're going to be prepared.
Well, look good tonight. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.